Hi, friends. My bed's a wreck. I'll go ahead and give you a preview of what my front glass looks like. It's kind of pretty. It's got the lights in it. I've got these lights over here. I don't know if you can see them. But I woke up because I was cold. This fan right here was running, and I forgot I left the front door open. The screen was shut, and it kind of got cold. And besides that, frankly, I've got to go to the doctor. There's something in my rear end that was itching me like hell. And I'm sharing these things with you. There's a purpose for this. I know this sounds very personal and kind of, what's the word? It's just gross, okay? You women know this, and I think this is my profound statement. I get you women because I've heard of yeast infections. I actually wrote about this last week. I still need to go to the doctor. I think my appointment is like in 2 days regarding this. I'm getting a mole removed off of my crack anyways. I know that's personal as well, but you know what? Life is personal, okay? I'm just not afraid to say it like everyone else. You probably got a mole in your ass too, but you're not going to tell people. But you know what? I don't care because everyone thinks I'm crazy anyways. Perhaps I'm very, very eccentric, but I assure you I'm not crazy. And when I woke up, because I was cold and my rear end was itching so badly, it's better, by the way, now. It feels way better, which is it's kind of strange. But anyways, I looked at my phone and my ex-wife sent a text. I've been trying to see if she had indicated I'm invited for Thanksgiving to East Texas. Please pray for me. I want to see my grandkids real bad, you guys. I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to because, frankly, I believe my very, very close loved ones, including my ex-wife and my daughter, think I am indeed crazy. While I am extremely eccentric, as I stated, I am not crazy. That word is as vulgar as the N-word. Not quite as, no, it's not as bad, but it is in the same spirit when people say that. You can say, I went crazy and I bought lamb chop and took lamb chop to the cleaners to get clean. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But when you're referring to mental illness, and none of my relatives have used this word on me, but they're thinking it. They're thinking I'm crazy. I'm not. I'm extremely eccentric. Okay? I am. I don't care. What's wrong with that? Van Gogh was extremely eccentric. Jean-Michel Basquiat, I don't know if it ends with a T or not. This guy told me the other day, was extremely eccentric. Their paintings are worth millions upon millions of dollars now, you folks. If people had completely disregarded them, all their works that they produced, I think the world would be missing a lot. And perhaps the world is going to miss me. Maybe not. I mean, at least I can sell my paintings in a garage sale or something. But I want to retrieve my paintings when I go to Tyler, except for the one that's the most valuable, in my opinion, hangs in my daughter's home right now with a museum light over it. Well, I think that's appropriate because one day, and you all think I'm full of shit, I don't care, it will indeed be in a museum alongside many of my paintings that probably some of the paintings my ex-wife owns right now. She's got a large amount of them. She's got some really big ones in my old shop. They're probably being on the floor of the shop in danger of rotting right now. I intend to retrieve them along with all my other paintings except for the one I gave her that is really beautiful. Perhaps she'll make a video of it or something and show it to you, or just put up a picture on Facebook. I hope she does. It's pretty nice. It's not my favorite, but it's more geometrical. It's kind of a collage or whatever you want to call it. It's a assemblage. I don't know the art phrase for it, but it's very pretty. But it's not my favorite. My favorite is the one hanging in my daughter's home, and I hope I didn't say any names because I cannot include names. I want to keep people safe. But some of you know exactly who I'm talking about. That doesn't matter. But I'm not posting publicly anything about my family. I want to keep them safe regarding names, okay? And so Anyways, I woke up because this fan was making me cold, and I forgot where I was going with this. Because guess what? I have profound memory loss. I struggle day to day just to get by. I have to make notes to myself. I have to be very explicit. You can't just write down one word. I stated this in a video already, but you know what? I want to drive my point home. If I write down a single word and that's supposed to remind me of something, it will not work. I will not have any clue if I'm not completely explicit and give full instructions to myself for the next day, so that when I read it, I'll know what I meant. And it's helping me a lot. I do that constantly. I use notes in my phone. I write down notes scattered all over my counter here. And that's how I deal with life. You know what? I'm doing pretty good. I am competent. But ex-wife, do not ask me again if I'm taking my psychiatric medication, please. There was a while I didn't, because I couldn't afford it, because you didn't bother to put my name on the house I helped pay for about 17 years. I couldn't get a credit card because of this, although my credit score was well over 700, or it may still be, I don't know. It was at the time. I couldn't get a credit card. I couldn't get a personal loan because you didn't bother to put my name on the last house we owned together. That, and coupled with the fact that I had great difficulty getting my retirement funds, although I'm 65 and disabled. You set it up. You set it up, ex-wife. I'm kind of chewing on you, but please forgive me. I think there's a profound message here for all people regarding this, and I've already griped your ass out over it. And I guess you didn't hear me because of the text I got from you this morning asking me if I was taking my psychiatric medications. I am indeed taking my psychiatric medications. In fact, the last physician I saw, I got him to give me 10 refills. Who can do this? I even question if it's legal. But he liked one of my stories, and I asked him to give me as many refills as possible on my mood stabilizer, which is also serves as an anticonvulsant for my temporal lobe epilepsy, okay? That's why I made the assumption that I had temporal lobe dementia. It stands to reason. I cuss a lot, and I heard those people do it. When I asked the neurologist, he was a neurologist, but he's aware of the psychiatric implications of this medication. And I also have seen a psychiatrist as well, rather a nurse practitioner, physician, about my psychiatric needs. So I'm covered, and I'm getting my mole off my rear end cut off too. I'm taking care of myself. I'm getting medicine for this terrible, whatever it is, in my ass crack. Okay, I'm just being, the world is blatant. My words are blatant. Just get over it, people. I know I'm in your face. You know what? I'm in your face. I'm eccentric. It's not a sin. You know what? I kind of think in a completely, no, don't go there. Anyways, there were some men way back in the Bible that were eccentric as well. And somebody told me the other day on Facebook in a comment, they could see why my family was uncomfortable, and something effective had a dislike for the way what I'm posting. Well, you know what? The men in the Bible, I'm pretty sure some of them, their family and friends disliked the way they acted too. Were they wrong in trying to enlighten people? Were they wrong in trying to enlighten their family and friends, even though it might piss them off? I don't think these men were. And you know what else? A lot of these men that were very, very old married extremely young women and had a lot of kids with them. That's what I want to do. Now, maybe if I can marry a 40-year-old and she can still have kids, I'll do that. But I see no point, really, in marrying. To me, there is a point. I might end up marrying a woman about 55, and I'd be very blessed with that, and I'll be very satisfied with that. But I can't have children with them. Let's just face it, unless there's some sort of miracle woman. If that's true, I'll marry an 80-year-old woman if she can have a child. I think Sarah in the Bible might have done that. I don't know. I think there's a character. You don't call Bible people characters, but there was a woman in Bible history that was very, very old, and she did indeed have a child. But you know what? I'm not going to take that risk. I'm not going to go to a nursing home and say, hey, lady, sleep with me. Will you have a child? That just isn't smart. So I'm going to get a attempt to marry a woman of childbearing age. And you know what? If that woman's 21, yeah, they're a woman then. Not before then, as far as I'm concerned. But if I indeed have the opportunity or the slightest minute chance within infinity to marry a woman of that age, you bet I'm going to do it. Why not? She has the option. She can say, get out of my face, you ugly old fart, and I will. But I hope they'll be my friend or my granddaughter or something of that nature, because I love all people. I do. Don't I have the right to do that? Do I not have that right because I have mental illness? That's kind of messed up, people. It's not kind of messed up. It's real messed up. The mentally ill in this country are so oppressed right now. We're denied health care because when we go to an emergency room, and I did this, and we try to get transported to a mental hospital because we're having a heart attack in our head, they'll say, when you finally get to see the doctor, they'll say, are you at risk of harming yourself or others? And I will say, no, I'm not. And they will say, sorry, we can't help you. Go home. That's messed up, and I'll tell you why. I have a pacemaker, but I'm quite sure, and you tell me if I'm wrong, if I go to a hospital anywhere in this country, and they ask me with a heart attack, an actual heart attack, and they say to me, hey, are you going to kill yourself? And I say, no, certainly not. Well, sorry, we can't help you. Just go home. Do you think they would deny me health care? That's what's happened in this country everywhere. My people are denied hospitalization because they won't kill themselves. I want to sue the federal government. I don't like the word sue. I want to teach the federal government compassion and equality for the mentally ill. This law is wrong. I can't get a lawyer to touch it because lawyers are interested only in personal injury lawsuits so they can make a lot of damn money off of the misfortune of poor people that either die or are maimed. Yeah, they're helping them, but you know what? They're helping themselves more because they're sure interested in making money off of easy bucks on personal injury lawsuits than they will a civil rights case. I've got one against the government right now. I've got one against a hospital in the Panhandle right now because I was denied access to a mental health facility, which was a hospital, because I wouldn't kill myself. This isn't right. This isn't right at all. I've said this isn't too far behind what went on with so-called black people in the 60s. That's why I'm going to fight for these people. And I'm going to fight for, I don't even know how to say the words. Is it reprimations? I keep putting an R in it. Reprimations? I can't say it. I'm a stupid old man. But I know what it is. You people, at least your descendants, they're going to get it if I have anything to do with it. I hope it breaks this country. Well, no, a lot of people would suffer. But I hope the country, my so-called black brothers and sisters, hey, do the right thing, America. Reprimations. I'm not even saying it right. Reprimations. I'll end my rant right now. It's 3 a.m. I have calmed down, and I will calm down, ex-wife. Please let me see my grandkids, and I want to pick up my paintings because I'm going to need them in the future to earn a little money, to get by, and maybe I'll have an old bride. It'll help us. I don't know if she's going to be rich or poor. It doesn't matter. If she's rich, I won't worry about it. She'll be my sugar mama, whatever. But if I marry an old woman, I'll need the paintings to make a few bucks. If I have to sell them at a garage sale, I'll do that. If I sell them in an art gallery, I'll do that too. So, good night, you guys. Or morning, I should say. Wow. I'm not really even tired. I'm going to stay up the rest of the day. Last night I slept for 2 hours and I felt fine. I guess that's just what old people do. I don't know. I do. I think I'm going to be up for the rest of the day. I can't go to sleep after this. This is probably too long for YouTube even. Oh well. Have a good morning. It's 3 a.m. Drop the O, capitalize the G.